All right, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. We're doing the second half of the NBA Finals game. Holiday goes up for a 2, and he's fouled, and we have a timeout called just like that with 9:10 left to go in the third quarter. So we'll have a very quick break. A 26-point lead for the Boston Celtics. All right, how many people we got on here? How many people do we got on here? Got 2 people watching. Good stuff. Hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icon, and that way you'll know when we go live, man. There's Tony. What's up, Tony? How you doing, bro? How are you, man? How are you? Got some extra coverage. All right, time out. Yeah, I don't really think that this is going to push out the basketball stuff as much. I understand that it's technically like false, that the other thing was really false advertising, but what's up, Daniel? How you doing, man? Thanks so much for stopping by. Game over. It ain't over. It ain't over, man. If it's over, then I should stop. But I won't stop. All right. Shall we do this? Mavericks just called a full timeout. Jones Jr. with 10 points tonight. Doncic with 11. He has 6 rebounds, 4 assists as well. And Tatum, Holiday, White, and Brown have all been going off for Boston. 18 points for Tatum, 13 for Holiday, 15 for Jaylen Brown, and 11 for Derek White. They've just looked like that they've been the more far superior team so far. There's about 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Dallas Mavericks just called a timeout, and they're down by 26 points. Got 13 people tuning in on here. Nice! Hit the thumbs up button. Spread the algorithm. We do Phillies baseball, Eagles football, and Sixers basketball on here. That's what we do. All right? We have a lot of fun doing all those types of sports. We're also going to be doing some Olympic sports as well when the Olympics come. And that will be very, very awesome. Comment if you are new in the channel. And let us know who you are down below. I could have gotten my NBA setup correct, but that's all right. Phillies, what's up, bro? Little Spongy's here. What's up, little Spongy? You're at the game tonight? Nice. How was it? How was it, man? 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this third quarter. I gotta say, the Boston Celtics have just outplayed the Mavericks in every single category. They're out-rebounding them by 9. They're out-assisting them by 8. They also are shooting better from the three-point line. They're shooting 52% from 3. So Irving has the rock now for the Dallas Mavericks as they go from right to left. Irving at the three-point line trying to step back over White, puts up a tray, and he can't buy that three-pointer. Al Horford grabs his miss. And the Celtics are on the fast break. They slow it down, though. Irving with 7 points. He's 2 for 10 from the field, 1 for 6 from 3. Tatum over on the far side. Who gets past Lively, goes up with a floater inside. Can't get that one to go. And Tatum again grabs the rebound. Exum gets the rebound. Exum goes down. And he hands it off again to Jalen Green. And the three-pointer's up. And that time it's not good. And the putback is good that time to make it 78-54. Jones Jr., Irving, Doncic, Lively, and Green all out there for the Dallas Mavericks. White just got a defensive board off the missed three-pointer by Luka Doncic. Doncic with the block again, puts up a 2. That clanks off the front of the rim, and there's a rebound by Derek White. Brown, White, Holiday, Horford, and Tatum are the 5 for Boston. Celtics have Tatum. Here's Holiday with a 3. In and out it goes. Irving somehow, someway got the rebound. And Smith again dribbles it over towards the near side of the wing. Dribble handoff again to Kyrie Irving at the far wing. Irving taking Derek White downhill. Puts up a turnaround jumper and connects. 78-56. And Kyrie Irving, what a spin, what a shot, what a fade. 9 points for Irving. He's 3 for 11 from the field. And the Celtics, they lead it by 22 points. Mavericks, of course, trying to sledge it down. Tatum with a bad pass. It's intercepted by Lively. And Luka Doncic now gives it to Kyrie Irving. Irving to Doncic. Doncic, step back tray. In and out it goes again. Doncic has just been ice cold from 3. Brown got the board. Luka from 3 is 0 for 5. He hasn't even hit one today so far. Again, Horford back to Jaylen Brown. Brown for 3 on the other side. No, Holiday is able to get the rebound. I don't know how he was able to butt through a couple of Mavericks there, but he was. Brown trying to take Luka Doncic downhill, and a foul is called on Luka. Kristaps Porzingis will enter into the ball game for the Boston Celtics. We need 3 more subscribers to get us to 2950. What are y'all waiting for? Got 7 people tuning in. Tatum again, over on the far wing. Puts up a 3, but there's a foul called. I know I shouldn't have done it like this. Live and learn for next time, because the algorithm just doesn't reward him, man. That's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. They pick up the baseball stuff. Holiday over on the near corner. And a dribble handoff to Jaylen Brown. Brown goes up towards the top of the key. Finds Tatum for a tray. And he can't get that one to go. Tried to window it in. White with another offensive rebound. The Celtics just doing everything in their power. Holiday can't make a layup. And it's poked out to Derek Lively. And here come the Mavericks. Irving finding Green for a tray. Bullseye! The deficit is cut to 19 points with 5:50 to go. A 7-0 run by Dallas over the last 3.5 minutes. And you can tell that they're not only making their threes, but they're also doing a better job on the fast break as well. White trying to get Boston back into the 20 figures in the margin. 5:30 to go. Green with 14 points. He's 4 for 4 from downtown. Holiday with a shot clock winding down. Puts up a 2 and hits it into the ring of fire to make it 80-59 Boston. Boy, Drew Holiday has really been special during these playoffs for Boston and has just been a shooting machine. Also really good at facilitating the basketball too. We do have a shot that's up, and foul's going to be called, and I believe it's going to be on the Boston Celtics with about 5:09 left to go. Doncic got fouled by Kristaps Porzingis. 2 former teammates also going at it against each other as well. Tatum has averaged about 24.5 points per game during the regular season. And I mention that because he's pretty much close to his regular season average today. He has 18 points in this ball game. Doncic at the line, puts up the shot, and it's good. So it was an and-one opportunity for Luka. And Hardaway enters into the ball game for Derrick Jones Jr. It's an 18-point game now with about 5 minutes to go. A 16-13 scoring effort in this third quarter. All right, Tatum goes over towards the far wing. Green trying to block it. Irving now defending him. Here's Jaylen Brown for a throw down, and that's no good. It's blocked by Lively. Doncic with a no-look pass. And, well, it gets intercepted by Jason Tatum. Tatum going from sea to shining sea. Puts up a 2, and he's fouled. Did not get the shot to go in, though, but Tatum, being the locomotive that he is, just bulldozed his way in the lane, and Hardaway Jr. commits a shooting foul. That's going to work almost every single time. You get a guy that's 6'5" and weighs 205 pounds on you, and when you're 6'8" and you just have a lot of muscle, it's just way too easy. Foul shot is up and good. 210 pounds, too, by the way. Tatum was 7th in the NBA in the regular season with 27 points per game, so he was 7th in the scoring department. The first foul shot's good. Mavs still have plenty of time to come back. Absolutely. That's how the game goes, man. 15 points for Jaylen Brown, 5 rebounds, 4 dimes along with that. And, you know, J.J. Redick brought up something that was really interesting about a couple of weeks ago. I was listening to his new podcast with LeBron James that they do on Mondays, and he said that hockey assists should be a box score stat in the NBA, and I tend to agree with him on that because sometimes, you know, it's not just the pass that matters. Sometimes it's the extra pass. I think that that's an interesting point, and I bring that up because Luka's had a lot of those today. Irving puts up a 2, no good. And Derek White grabs his miss. Tatum, Horford, White, Brown, and Hauser all out there for Boston. And for the Mavericks, it's Washington, Irving, Doncic, Hardaway, and Green. Here goes Tatum with a 2, and he misses the bunny. Luka Doncic sniping and snagging his 9th rebound. Luka trying to finish on the other side. Lays it up and lays it in. 18-point ball game. And the Celtics are down to 3 timeouts. They call a timeout now with about 4:05 to go in quarter number 3. 18-point deficit. Dallas looking to make it a game before they go into the fourth quarter. They want to get within striking distance, and they're there right now. Can they keep it up, though? And on the other side, can Boston just try to push the Mavericks away and get themselves a bigger lead? Those are the questions. Boston and Dallas will be back. Wish that ending wasn't as long. I could never do that in a whatchamacallit game. If you guys are tuning in, my name is Jason Joseph. I go by JJ on here. We do play-by-play for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. But I wanted to, you know, just get some reps doing some NBA Finals play-by-play. I just finished doing the Phillies game. I thought, you know what? If people want me to do the NBA game, why not? Let's just do it. That's what we're doing, man. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe. Please hit the like button as well. We've been grinding on here, man. And want to continue to provide the best type of play-by-play possible. Who are you rooting for? Who are you rooting for? Are you a Mavericks fan? Are you a Celtics fan? Or are you just an NBA fan? How'd you get into basketball? Comment down below. I want to get everybody up and running on here. I really, really do. Who are you rooting for? Boston. Boston. Dallas. Neither. I'll make that. There's still plenty of time to come on back, for sure. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Celtics just called a full timeout, and there's about 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. I think the Boston Celtics, it's safe to say that they, not only do they have a really good team, but they have really good depth, and I have to admit, I was wrong. I was wrong about the Boston Celtics. I thought that maybe the Knicks or the Pacers would get them bounced in the Eastern Conference Finals, and I also thought that the Dallas Mavericks were going to be too much for them to handle. I've been wrong about them so far. I really have. Josh Green is going to take a seat, and so will Kyrie Irving. Dante Exum is the replacement for Josh Green. Speaking of Josh, what's up, JC? This is the equivalent of Dallas winning the Super Bowl. No, it's not. It's not at all. Oh, yes. Oh, obviously, yes. Okay. Is it? Maybe. Yeah, I guess you're right. You're not wrong when you're right. I guess. So down bad. You're down bad? I'm telling you should tune into these Phillies games, bro. They've been lifting everybody's spirits up. They're so good. They're so much fun. We've been getting so many people on there, and it's just a fun time, bro. When a team is winning, and they're doing it almost every single night, there's nothing better. 82-64. Third quarter, 3:53 to go. Horford trying to get the rock downhill. It was deflected by Luka and lands into the hands of Jason Tatum. Tatum spinning, trying to get it downhill, gets deflected by Lively, I believe, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll still be Boston basketball with about 1.9 seconds left in the shot clock, so the Celtics have to hurry up here. It'll be White that'll be the inbounder for the Boston Celtics. Maxi Kleber is back in there for Dallas, as well as Tim Hardaway Jr., Dante Exum. Luka's still out there along with P.J. Washington. And White will be the inbounder. Luka guarding the inbound over on the baseline. Still hasn't thrown it in yet. It's tapped into Jaylen Brown. Brown with a turnaround jumper. No, but an offensive rebound by Derek White. It hit the rim, and White retreats and goes back outside to the far wing by the TD Garden sign. Now steps in towards the near elbow. Brown goes downhill. Runner is up. It's a little short. Horford with the rebound again. Puts it up. Not once, not twice. And finally, the Mavericks are able to grab a board. 82-64. Hardaway, two-step, three-pointer, no! And another rebound by Hauser. I don't know why they didn't call a foul on Horford there. Here's Brown's three-pointer off the mark. And we have an offensive foul called on Al Horford with about 3 minutes and 3 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Al was able to he tried to box out Luka. And it looked like Tim Hardaway Jr. actually got hit right onto the knee, the right kneecap. That's what it was. Boston has 3 timeouts left. Dallas has 4. There's 3:03 to go in the third quarter. And because the Celtics are over the foul limit, Dante Exum is going to head on over to the foul line. Free throw number 1, good. The Mavericks, last time that they made it to the finals was when they played against the Miami Heat back in 2010. Second free throw, no good, and Al Horford somehow got the rebound. Man, this Mavericks team is just not doing a good job on the boards. That's why they got Daniel Gafford, and that's another reason why they have Derek Lively coming off the bench. That was supposed to be their bread and butter, and supposed to be a good thing for them. It's just not working in the series so far. Tatum trying to go downhill. Dribble handoff again to Horford. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Hauser, pump fake, three-pointer. It goes in and out. The basketball gods say no. And a rebound by Kleber. Doncic controlling the tempo and being the maestro for Dallas. Puts up a logo 3, and he airballs it. With about 13 seconds remaining on the shot clock, that was a terrible decision by Luka. And we have a lot of Boston fans booing. 24 seconds on the shot clock. Luka is 0 for 6 tonight from deep. There's 2:20 to go in quarter number 3. Holiday dribble, hands it off again to Jaylen Brown. Celtics are going from left to right. Brown to Hauser on the near wing. Runner is up, and he lays it up and in. Boy, oh boy, it's been quite a show for Hauser. He's been attacking on all cylinders in 14 minutes of this ball game. 8 points, 4 boards, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Three-pointer by Dallas, and that's off the mark. It clanks off the front side of the rim, and Jaylen Brown gets the basketball over at the logo. Dribbles with the right hand, now switches it over towards the left with a crossover, puts up an elbow jumper, and it just stares into the ring of fire and is able to put up and in the 2-point shot. 86-65. Here comes Green downhill. Tries to go down with a sledgehammer. It's blocked by Jason Tatum. Tatum again, playing really solid defense, and throws it away as Doncic gets the interception. Intended receiver, Al Horford. Doncic layup, no good. Kleber cleans up the glass. And again, Washington looking to reset. puts up a tray. That was a bad shot. Horford was contesting him, and Tatum with another rebound. That's his 7th of the ball game. The plus-minus on the stat sheet, he's plus 19. 1 minute to go. Boston leads it by 21 points. Brown looking to try to get them in front even more. Finds Tatum, and he can't bank it in from 3. Holiday with the offensive board, and they hand it off to Horford and play hot potato. Tatum downhill, kicks it out to Hauser for a far corner 3, and another shot that goes in and out for him. That's the 2nd time in a row that that's happened. About 14 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Doncic with the rock over on the far wing, taking on Hauser and trying to dribble to wherever he wants to go, and he's able to clamp down and make the layup. Too easy for Luka. 20 seconds left and the shot clock's unplugged. 86-67. Luka does have a double-double. 18 points and 11 rebounds in this ball game. Just 4 assists, which is pretty low for him. Brown at the logo. Stares into the ring of fire, thinking about a 3. Decides to dribble it out over towards the TD Garden sign. Off the jumper, puts up a shot, and that's no good, and that's going to do it in the 3rd quarter. The Dallas Mavericks with their backs against the wall, and Boston sniffing victory. As there's 12 minutes left in regulation. 19-point lead for the C's, and we head to the 4th quarter. All right, be right back. I'm going to take a very quick step off and get myself a quick sip of water. Be right back. All right, 86-67 as we head into the 4th quarter. There we go. Hi, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're all having yourselves a very, very fantastic night. We're doing the 4th quarter of the NBA Finals, Game 5. Who's going to win? Will it be Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics, or will it be Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, and the Dallas Mavericks? How about this? Most playoff wins before turning 27. Jason Tatum is in the top 4 now. That's unbelievable. The fact that he's just made a lot of playoff appearances, as many as he did, I'll never forget his first playoff appearance. There was no Kyrie Irving. There was no Gordon Hayward. And those were the 2 guys that they paid a lot of money for, the Boston Celtics, to lead them to a playoff run. And it was Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, who were both rookies, and they made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals against Cleveland and LeBron James, and they lost it in Game 7. It's been a very impressive career so far for Tatum, and he's still 26. That's just unbelievable. He's been in the league since 2017-18. He's just been really, really good. If you guys are new to the channel, comment who you are down below. Let us know how you got into basketball. How did you get into the Boston Celtics or the Dallas Mavericks? What made you guys become fans? And if you're not a Celtics or a Mavericks fan, what got you into the NBA? I like the NBA. I like the NHL. I like the NFL. And I like the MLB. I do. I like all four a lot. Drew Holiday was 2 for 10. The Celtics were 2 for 10 in the third quarter shooting-wise. So he was a part of that, though. That was the wrong graphic that they had up. We're starting off quarter number 4. 15 seconds underway in the fourth quarter, and Boston has the rock. Porzingis puts up a tray from the near quarter, and he airballed it. Irving dishes it out to Luka Doncic as the Dallas Mavericks have their backs against the wall. Doncic trying to go downhill. He's over on the near elbow. Puts up a fadeaway two off the mark. Lively tries to clean it up. And White got the block right there. Kristaps Porzingis with a rebound. How about Derek White going into flight mode against a guy that's about 8 inches taller than him? Yikes. That's unbelievable. Got a foul called on the other end. And we're just about 48 seconds into this fourth quarter. That's just crazy, man. Lively committed the personal foul there. White just getting all ball. And, again, Lively is a really, really tall guy. 2 points in this game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He's 7'1". That's crazy. We have a turnover called, I believe. Yep, it was on Derek White. That's just insane how White was just able to utilize all of his athleticism just to get on up there and make a little tip there. Doncic with a behind-the-back bounce pass to a wide-open Jones Jr. for a bomb. No good. And Holiday grabs his miss. Rebound number 10 for Drew Holiday. He has a double-double. Doesn't really clean up the glass that much. During the regular season, Holiday actually averaged about 5.5 rebounds per game. We do have a shot up on the other end, but there's a foul called on the floor. So Jones Jr. couldn't get the 3, and Washington commits the foul as Jaylen Brown will come back into the ball game for Al Horford. Game 6, if necessary, will be on Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Brown goes downhill, kicks it out to Holiday. Holiday, pump fake, 2 side steps, 3-point shot, way off the mark, and White with another offensive board, but a fight for the loose ball. Tatum trying to go up against Lively, and we have a jump ball called. There were about no seconds left on the shot clock, too. The ball didn't even hit the rim. Jones Jr. just got tackled downhill like he was a football linebacker, and he needs help by his teammates. 10:25 to go, too. I don't know what just happened, but Tatum got elbowed in the eye by Washington Jr. This is just a fight for your lives type of a thing. Dallas trying to do everything to survive. They're down by 19. It's going to probably take a miracle for them to come back, but the Boston Celtics are 10 minutes and 24 seconds away from winning the NBA Finals. 10 points for Jones. As he does get up and he does walk. A shot clock violation was called against the Boston Celtics, and Kyrie Irving back in business for Dallas. Bouncer all the way to Jones Jr. over on the near elbow. Puts up a 2. Good contest by Porzingis, and another rebound by Jason Tatum. 20 points, 10 assists, and 7 boards for Jason Tatum in this ball game. He's been nothing less than sensational. Brown to Tatum, Batman to Robin, 3-point shot, and we have a foul called, or a turnover, I should say, on Jaylen Brown. Unbelievable. Brown just turned it over. He took way too many steps. The defense for the C's has been 1,000% sensational tonight. They've been locking down Luka and Kyrie. Both of them combined, 27 points. Kyrie is 3 for 12 from the field and 1 for 6 from deep. That's how poorly he's shooting tonight. 9 points for him. Doncic gets it downstairs, and they find Exum. One more to Washington for a tray. No. Doncic tips it all the way to himself, and Holiday tips it out of bounds. It'll still be Dallas ball with about 14 seconds on the shot clock. Asia, what's up, Asia? How you doing, Asia? Asia, thanks so much for coming on here. Appreciate it. Here's Derek White with a little steal in the backcourt, and Washington gets it back. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. He didn't have full possession. Irving with a logo three, puts it up, and that's off the mark. He had to hurry. He didn't really get a lot of breathing room. 20 seconds left on the shot clock and about 9:20 to go in regulation of Game 5. Brown, top of the key, dribbles with the right hand, will cross it over with the left hand. He's over at the NBA Finals logo on the near wing, tries to go downhill, and an unselfish pass, and a jam by Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis goes down with a flush. The Unicorn does it again. 21-point lead, and Dallas, well, they got to go into flight mode, and they're panicking right now with a timeout here. They're just down to 3 timeouts. I wish that call was a little bit better. Going to the last breath, I was trying to say something else, but whatever. I agree with LeBron. It's like the Yankees. Every year they can pay and control for the best players. Well, that's what happens when you live in a nice market. You know what I mean? 23 people watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn on the bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. LeBron just got catered too much in his career. I agree to an extent. I also think that catered. I still believe, though, that, and I don't think you're saying it this way, but I think LeBron really has worked hard to get to like where he's at. Of course, luck does come into play, but the guy grew up without a father, and he was picked to be the chosen one, right? He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated magazine, and look at the career he's had. He's lived up to the hype. Overall, he has lived up to the hype. Are there a lot of narratives around him? Yes. Sometimes they get a little bit too much, but he is a great player. There's no doubt about it that his talent he has a lot of talent. The whole talk about comparing him to MJ, I'm not really into that. He proved himself in Miami, then the Lakers swooped in. Well, I think he actually proved himself in Cleveland too. I do. I think that winning that championship in Cleveland was so bittersweet. The city hadn't seen a championship in God knows how long, over 50 years. And he came back. He promised. Of course, he got some help with Kyrie Irving, and his teammates made some really good decisions down that stretch. But to come back down 3-1 in that series, even though Draymond got hurt and everybody talks about, Bogut missing some time too for the Warriors, the bottom line is that the Cavaliers won. That's what everybody remembers. So he did it. Came back, he won, and he helped Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie helped him. True, I forgot about that. Yeah, well, that was the most important championship. That was even more important than any of the Miami championships. That championship was worth so much. That was the year, too, where we had all the 3-1 comebacks, right? We had the Western Conference Finals. The Warriors were down 3-1 to the Oklahoma City Thunders. And then you had the Cavs being down to the Warriors in the next series. That was the finals, 3-1. And then, in the World Series, you had the Cubs down to the Indians at the time, the Cleveland Indians. They were down 3-1 in that series. And the Cubs came back and won it in Game 7. That was the 3-1 season in the playoffs. Doncic, three-point shot on the near elbow. Bullseye! And Luka with his first tray that he converts. He was 0 for 6 before that. Irving and Doncic each are 1 for 7. 8:35 to go in the fourth quarter. An 18-point lead for the Boston Celtics. 21 points for Luka Doncic. Tatum in between the circles. He'll hand it off to White. White's three-pointer. And he answers back. Derek White from 26 feet. And Jason Tatum gets another apple. That's his 11th assist of the ball game. That could have been the dagger. Doncic goes down in the lane, puts up a layup, Euro step, good. Right-handed finish as well for Luka Doncic. And he has scored 5 straight points for the Dallas Mavericks, trying to keep their hopes alive. Tatum with the rock over on the far wing, being guarded by Lively over on the perimeter. That's not a good sign for Lively, because Tatum just gets by people, and he gets fouled. He puts up a layup, and Jason Tatum helping the team go out in front. He's been hotter than a stove for the Boston Celtics. Tatum going at it. Oh, man. Tatum. I like that. 7:52 to go. And the foul shot. It's up, and that's in. 23 points for J-Tay. He's 8 for 18 shooting-wise today with 7 rebounds and 11 assists. Here's Irving from downtown, and that's good by Kyrie Irving. That cuts the deficit back to 19 points. Irving from 25 feet over on the near corner, his second 3 of the game, and he's been shooting really poorly as well. Oh, Jane says your memory is like a hard drive, JJ. I hope so. Tatum, turnaround jumper. That's up, and he gets the friendly bounce. It hit the back of the rim and somehow bounced in. Got a lucky bounce, and that's what happens sometimes when things are going your way. Doncic, turnover, intercepted by Kristaps Porzingis. He tried to bounce pass it to Irving, and it was snatched and sniped by Kristaps Porzingis. Tatum in no particular hurry. 6:55 to go. He wants to ISO. He wants to step back. He puts up a 3. And there's a rebound by Luka. Luka almost got called for a backcourt violation. Irving, one more to Green for Trey. No good. Irving grabbed his own rebound. Irving for 3. That one goes in and out. This Dallas Mavericks team just ice cold from 3. They're living and dying with the Trey. Brown gets fouled in the lane on the other side, and he'll have to go to the foul line and make 2 free throws. He got fouled by Hardaway Jr. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks, man, I mean, part of it, you got to give credit where credit is due to the Boston Celtics, but the Mavericks are 9 for 35 from 3. That's like one of the worst shooting performances that they've had in the playoffs. And the Celtics are 13 for 35. They were actually shooting the ball really well in the third quarter, and they've sort of come back down to earth. And you would think that the Mavericks would take advantage, but this Celtics defense has just been so lethal. Tatum with 25. He's 9 for 20 shooting-wise tonight. And Kristaps Porzingis is going to come on out. And the Celtics are 6 minutes and 31 seconds away from getting another title in the NBA Finals. Brown, second foul shot, and that's up and in. It's 98-75. Jaylen Brown, 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists as well. Doncic, Trey, yes! He ISO'd, he hit a 3, and it's now a 20-point lead with about 6 minutes to go. Man, at this point, Dallas is just going to have to get every bucket that they can and hope that Boston misses. But the Celtics, if they get a big bucket here, that would be huge. Brown for a logo three-pointer off the mark. Green with the rebound. It's tapped out, though, by Holiday. Holiday tries to save it, but it goes out of bounds. He actually did step out of bounds over on the far quarter near the baseline with 5:47 to go. Josh Green is going to take a seat. Irving and Doncic and Hardaway and Lively are all still out there. Maxi Kleber will come on in for Derek Lively. Got 19 people tuning in, man. Make sure you like and subscribe. This is just crazy. There have been 2 guys on the Celtics that have had double-doubles today. Tatum with 25 and 11 assists. Al Horford has 9 points and 9 rebounds. He's near a double-double. Here's Doncic again with another three-pointer. No. And he tries to get a little heat check there. Brown, did he lose it out of bounds? No, he did not. I don't know how he held on to that, but he had to quickly hand it off to Derek White. Tatum at the logo. 15 on the clock. This could be the dagger here. Tatum goes down and wants to take on Luka Doncic, but now backs up. He's at the three-point line. Gets a little move. Puts up a shot over Hardaway, and Tatum feels it. 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go, and the Celtics up by 22. This place erupting like a volcano. The energy is loud. White with a steal on the other side on a bad pass by Washington. Another turnover by Dallas. White hands it off to Tatum. The Mavericks have just been turning it over left and right. Tatum over on the elbow. Puts up a shot. It goes up, and he nails it again. It's been the Jason Tatum show out in Boston at the Garden. 102-78. And the Celtics lead it by 24 points with about 4:39 to go in quarter number 4. Dallas with another timeout. Serena, what's going on, Serena? January, February, March, April, May, Schwarber. I like that. I like that very much. That's really funny. 24 people on here watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell icon, baby. Man, that's crazy. What time is it? 10:45? Crazy stuff. Thanks, Aunt Janice. I appreciate that very, very much. 4:39 to go in the fourth quarter. And you wonder if the Dallas Mavericks are going to, or if both teams, I should say, are going to pull out all their starters. I don't know just yet. The Celtics have won 34 division titles, 11 conference titles, and they're looking to get their 18th championship. Actually, sorry, this is their 17th championship that they're in. Celtics rings. How many? 4:39 to go. This is 17 NBA championships. I don't know why Wikipedia would put that one up. No, that's correct. 17 championships. All right, 4:39 left remaining in the fourth quarter. The Celtics team has just been so dominant in this series. They won the first 3 games. They ended up losing the last game to the Dallas Mavericks. They got blown out 122-84. None of these games really, except for Game 3, have been close. There's Drew Holiday looking to get his second title. He got one with the Milwaukee Bucks. That was a couple of years ago. He was a big key piece in that series versus the Phoenix Suns. There's Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. They can feel it right now. Tatum is just all locked in. Have a blessed night that's over, says Jane. Well, I appreciate you for coming on here. I really, really do. The Mavericks just burnt another timeout. Washington, Irving, and Doncic combined from 3 tonight are 4 for 22. Kyrie Irving will inbound it to Luka Doncic, who's in between the circles. Doncic slips up on the floor, And he lost the basketball. Horford goes down, tries to find Brown, puts up a layup, no good. It's lost by Jason Tatum, but a foul called. And Luka grabbing onto that heel, oh boy, with about 4:20 left to go. But he seems to be all right. Sam Cassell, the assistant for the Boston Celtics, they're saying now on Sixers Twitter that he is an NBA champion too. That's really funny. It's funny when you think about it because it is true. Tatum at the line. We'll try to make 2 more free throws, and the first one is good to make it a 25-point ball game. The 17 championships that Boston currently has is more than any other team in the NBA. And the second foul shot, that's good to make it 104-78. Tatum with 31, 11 in this quarter alone. Doncic has to get some breathing room. Finds Kleber. Kleber back to Luka, and Luka with a layup. A right-handed finish is up and in. And the lead is back down to 24 points. The Mavericks, by the way, just wanted to make sure that I mentioned this, but the Dallas Mavericks, this is I believe their 5th NBA Finals appearance. I have to double check that just to make sure. Brown goes up for a 2 on the other side, and he gets fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot a couple of foul shots. So sorry, they have 5 division titles, 3 conference titles, and the championship that they won was back in 2011. Got 25 people tuning in. Hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. Brown at the charity stripe. And he puts up the first foul shot. It rims around the rosy and goes down the drain. (105-80). And the second foul shot, that's good too. That'll make it 106-80. Want to also make sure that I say congratulations to Doris Burke, Mike Breen, and JJ Redick for calling another really great NBA Finals. Doris was great. Congratulations to her. She's been doing such a great job. And I love the chemistry that they all have together. Irving with a tray, and he answers back. That was a tough shot, too, by Kyrie Irving. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go, and a turnover that's converted by Luka Doncic. Doncic downhill to Washington, and Washington shots up and in. And Boston will call for time with about 3:10 to go in the ball game. Mazzulla wants to re-rally his troops, if you will. Good stuff. Who else is still here? Comment down below if you're still here. Make sure that you comment down below. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that like button, baby. Next time I do it, I should just stick with the baseball stream. I don't know why the algorithm just doesn't want to reward this stuff, bro. It doesn't. It's just how it is. It's weird. It's really, really weird. I'll never understand it. Tatum and Brown have combined to score 52 points. They each have 8 rebounds. And they each have taken 22 shots. Still tuning in. The algorithm is wild. Yeah, it is what it is, though. You know, it is what it is. A lot of people I know are doing the NBA Finals, so you know that's also something to consider too. But I'm not doing it like for the views, right? Like I'm mainly doing this. I'm mainly doing this just because at the end of the day, again, I want reps. Views are nice though when you have good people tuning in. Whites will find Jason Tatum over on the far wing. Tatum trying to take on P.J. Washington with a couple of dribble steps, and he takes him over towards the lane, puts up a shot. That's no good. Well, 2:43 left to go. P.J. Washington almost got it pulled loose. Luka Doncic heads downhill and lost it, but it was going to be touched last by Al Horford. Horford touched it last. Can't believe that. There's Jason Kidd with his glasses. It'll be interesting to see what the Dallas Mavericks decide to do during the offseason. I know that we still have some time left. Luka Hardaway and Irving are going to go back to the bench because the Celtics have called another timeout. I think that they're going to challenge this. Al Horford, you talk about a key piece for the Boston Celtics. He's been that guy for them. He's been their glue. He's 38 years old now, and yet he still is impacting these games so much. With what he does on the court, he's just been such a great addition. I know that he's averaged about 6.5 points during these NBA Finals, but he can put up 23 performances. He had one in the NBA Eastern Conference Finals, and he also had one in the semifinals too. But the way that he just grabs rebounds, the way that he boxes out, he knows his role. He's a great system type of a player, and he's a very good three-point shooter. He's actually shooting 43% from downtown in just this series alone. He just knows how to carry games. He's like a perfect piece in this Boston system. And I don't really think he gets enough credit for that. I really don't. He's been really, really solid. It's hard to believe that he's now 38 years old. He's been in the league ever since 2007. Started off his career with the Atlanta Hawks and played with them up until 2016. This will be his first championship, and honestly, well-deserved by him. 106-85. Irving is going to go over towards the bench as he hugs Sam Cassell and hugs a couple of other key players for the Boston Celtics. 2 minutes and 37 seconds to go. And I believe that Dallas is just going to unleash their bench. Olivier Maxence Prosper is going to come on in for Dallas, and so is A.J. Lawson. Here's Derek White with the dribble handoff again to Jaylen Brown. Brown goes downhill, puts up a 2, no good. And a rebound by Derek White. So White takes it over on the far side, puts up a tray. It's up, and it's airballed. Two minutes and 15 seconds to go in quarter number 4. Crazy stuff. Prosper will hand it off to Exum. Of course, Prosper, 21 years old from Marquette University, was the 24th overall pick of the 2023 draft, and we have a foul called, and that's going to go against the Boston Celtics with about 2:02 left remaining. I mean, Joe Mazzulla, too, a guy that has really worked his way up the standings. He was a Glenville State assistant coach, then eventually went over to the Maine Celtics, which is the G League affiliate of the Boston Celtics. Was an assistant coach there, and he's sniffing his first title, too. Al Horford's going to go over to the bench as Hardy makes the first foul shot, and fans are standing on their feet. And Al Horford gives a little salute to them as well. Second foul shot, good by Jaden Hardy, and the crowd still standing up. There's Jaden Springer, another former 76er that was traded at the deadline to the Boston Celtics. 9 points for Al in 31 minutes. Luke Cornett will get the offensive rebound off the missed shot by Jason Tatum. There were about 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and Cornett grabbed the board. There's about 1:34 to go, and he tips it back out all the way to Jason Tatum. And they reset here. 1:30 to go, 8 on the shot clock once again. Brown looking to milk the clock down. He's on the far wing at the three-point line. Crossover. Puts up a jumper somehow. And, well, it's a shot clock violation called. They weren't going to count the bucket. Pritchard and Hauser come in. So Brown, Holiday, and Tatum all coming out of the ball game. And they all give more salutes to the Boston Celtics loyals. Just a lot of emotion, too. Look at Tatum hugging Joe Mazzulla. It's quite a moment to share. Really is. 1:15 to go. Hardy has it over on the far wing. Hardy dribbles around. He's at the foul line extended, puts up a 2, and is able to knock that one down. Jaden Hardy able to score 4 points in the last 45 seconds. 1:03 left remaining. You can see the tears on Jason Tatum's eyes as they're about 55 seconds away from winning the NBA Finals and getting their 18th title. White dribbling, stops on a dime, puts up a 2, and another board by Olivier Maxence Prosper. It's his second defensive rebound. Maxence heads downhill, and Hardy puts up a 3, but we do have a foul called on Sam Hauser with about 38.2 seconds to go. Tatum's crying. Al Horford is right over, standing right by him. His hands are on his head. Man, the tears are just rolling down his face. There's Drew Holiday hugging Joe Mazzulla. And Derek White also hugging Kristaps Porzingis. I mean, it's just crazy. You know, they lost to the Golden State Warriors and able to make it back to the stage. It's pretty big for them. Mikaliuk with the rebound off the missed shot by Hauser. And actually, that was Jaden Hardy that had it. Peyton Pritchard goes downhill, 24 seconds to go. Hauser for 3 again. In and out it goes. It has just not been his night. Board for Dallas. And it looks like the Mavericks are going to dribble this one out. Hardy has it over at the logo. 8 seconds to go. Hardy still has it. 5 seconds to go. And the Boston Celtics win their 18th championship as they win by a final score of 106-88. The confetti is going off. Jason Tatum is crying. And Al Horford with the hugs with his teammates. Tatum and Brown sharing a moment with each other. Irving gets a pat on the head. The confetti going off. And the 2024 NBA Finals belongs to the Boston Celtics. Tatum and his son having a moment now, too, as he hugs him and gives him a little kiss on the cheek as well. There were a lot of talks about whether or not Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum could get a championship together, and they finally got one. The conversations were, whose team is it? Can they really make it to the finals, even with Joe Mazzulla as their head coach? And not only did they make it to the finals, but they won the whole thing. Lots of green in the city of Boston. What a day. The Celtics proved that not only were they the better team, but they absolutely deserved this championship. 64 wins in the regular season in their 82 games. They only lost 18 times. And the narratives that are being written about Tatum and Brown, they've come to an end. You also think about, too, just from the other side of things. Think about Kyrie Irving and you think about Luka Doncic. Will they be back next year? Just don't know. You never know about those things. All right. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to catch you all in the next one. I'll be back on tomorrow for another Phillies game. My voice is on fire. All right. Love you all. Catch you all in the next one.